Hey y'all, it's finally review day and I hope y'all are ready because we have a lot to unpack. For some background, we have stayed at several all-inclusive resorts in Jamaica and Cancun. This was our first time visiting Punta Cana. For this review, we will cover 7 categories and grade each one out of 10, with 10 being the best and 1 being the worst. We will be looking at location, grounds and layout, room, beach and pools, amenities and service, food, drinks, and entertainment, and evaluating the price we paid versus the value received. Let's get started. Hyatt Zilara is located only 15 minutes from the Punta Cana International Airport, making it a nice short distance after a long flight. It is located within the gated community of Cap Cana, so as you approach the Cap Cana gate, the guards are verifying the driver's identity and whether or not the guests they are transporting are allowed to be in Cap Cana. Then the resort has its own security gate for additional verification, and the resort is situated far from the main road. We gave location a 10 out of 10. We love that it was a short distance from the airport and how safe and secure the property felt with the added security checkpoints. Now let's talk grounds and layout. The best word to describe this resort is modern. The architecture and design are very minimal yet tasteful and gives a very luxurious feel. The lobby acts as a focal point for the resort and offers sweeping views of the marvelous resort grounds. The grounds themselves have plenty of seating areas scattered throughout, massive fire pits for social gathering, and beautiful vegetation and gardens. The resort has plenty of signs posted throughout, making the grounds very easy to navigate. The majority of the restaurants and bars are located on the ground floor below the lobby. The sports bar and theater act as a halfway point between the adults-only Zilara and family-friendly Ziva resorts. If you are traveling with someone who is physically disabled, rest assured the grounds are handicap accessible. I often look at a resort's handicap accessibility when I travel because someone in my family is mobility impaired. So I was glad to see that this resort caters to those with physical disabilities. We scored the grounds and layout a 10 out of 10. We liked the contemporary feel of the resort and thought that the property was very walkable. Now, let's talk about the room. Like the resort, the room went for a modern vibe, but we felt it didn't match the luxury of the rest of the resort. It did offer a spacious bathroom and all the amenities you can want in a room, but it felt very cheaply done to us and it didn't agree with the price they are charging per night at this resort. That initial wow factor this room had after we checked in started to wear off shortly thereafter. After 3 short nights here, the bed began to feel more and more uncomfortable because it was too firm, and I started to notice some maintenance and cleanliness issues, like this refrigerator door that was hanging off the frame. There were structural cracks in the ceiling and wall of the bathroom, the shower tile and drain that were previously removed but never replaced, and not to mention the amount of stains in the bedding and rugs or the abundance of dust in the lamp fixture by the bed. I mean, the dust was so bad we had to turn the ceiling fan off because it was blowing the dust around the room. The only thing that saved this room was the view from the balcony. I've never had a view like this at a resort and I loved it. For a quick comparison of another resort in the same price range of Hyatt Zilara, check out this room at our favorite all-inclusive resort thus far, Atelier Playa Mujeres in Cancun. This was the most basic room category at their resort and we were impressed with its grand feel, amenities, and cleanliness. Due to the lackluster feel of the room at Hyatt Zilara and the various issues, we gave this category a 6 out of 10. If Hyatt Zilara wants to brand this resort as a luxury resort, they need to put more effort into the cleanliness and the maintenance of their rooms. Now this next category is where Hyatt Zilara really shines: beach and pools. The ocean was warm and had very calm and gentle waves with minimal seaweed. And we were quite surprised by this because we traveled during peak hurricane season, so that was nice. The sand was white and had a powdery texture, which was great. and we loved the size of this beach. This beach was massive. It's a wide beach and offered ample seating with umbrellas for shade. And I also loved the seamless transition between the beach and the main pool. It made it very easy to go back and forth between the two areas throughout the day. The pools had a very relaxed and chill vibe. There was plenty of seating with shade to choose from, and the staff was very attentive. They had a swim up bar, which I didn't need to go to often because staff was frequently walking around to take drink orders. They also played energetic music during the day for pool activities, so if you were hoping for a quiet scene all day long, you won't find that here. There was also a smaller club pool that we had access to, but we much preferred the main pool because it was less crowded. Overall, we enjoyed the beach and pool area at Hyatt Zilara and give it an 8 out of 10. We enjoyed the relaxed vibe and that you could easily find space at both the pool and beach areas without having to wake up extremely early just to secure a spot. When it came to amenities and service, this resort makes every possible attempt to wow you. The staff were friendly, attentive, and professional. There was a pool attendant ready to set up towels at chairs for you the moment you arrived poolside, and a drink service person frequently walking around to see if you needed a drink refill. It was amazing. The available offerings here was really impressive, and there seemed to be something for everyone. They have one of the best coffee shops at an all-inclusive resort that we've experienced thus far. We love the quality of the coffee, ice cream, and snacks that were offered, and I know it's lame, but we found ourselves ending our nights here almost every night. The views are breathtaking from the lobby at night where the coffee shop is located, so it was a nice, relaxing way to end the evening. The gym was another highlight during this trip. The gym is open 24 hours, never crowded, and had all the equipment you could hope for, and not to mention clean. Honestly, the grounds at this resort are very, very well maintained, and you'll never find trash or empty bottles or glasses anywhere. The spa was one of the most uniquely designed spas that I've been to, and the very first with an actual salt room, which I loved. I will say that the prices I think are a little steep, but when you factor in that the hydrotherapy circuit experience is included, I think it is worth it. Also worth mentioning is if you are staying in a club level room, you do get a 10% discount on spa services, so make sure to take advantage of that. Overall, we give amenities and service a 10 out of 10. I can go on and on about the offerings that's at this resort, and there was still some things we didn't get a chance to check out, like the Blind Butcher. It's a dinner and a show kind of experience for an extra charge. I believe it was $150 per person, but I heard it was phenomenal. I saved the best category for last: food, drinks, and entertainment. I already know that what I'm about to say may upset some people that really love this resort or the Hyatt brand, but I promised myself when I started this channel I would be 100% honest all the time, even if it bothers some people. To put the food in simplest terms, if you are a person who likes minimal seasoning or only likes to season their food with salt and pepper, you might be very happy with the food at Hyatt Zilara. But if you are a person who likes your food to be robust with flavor, succulent, and palatable, then the food here is going to leave much to be desired, in our experience. The buffet was the prime example of this. In our opinion, this resort's food was not a good representation of the food that we know is a part of Dominican culture, and we regretted not having enough time to leave the resort to experience it. I didn't come to DR to eat pizza, but at Hyatt Zilara, it was one of the better options. On a more positive note, the buffet stations were immaculate, and never once was I concerned about their food safety practices. We found that the a la carte dining options were much better than the buffet in terms of taste. Tempest table on the Ziva side was cool. I really enjoyed making my own creation and having the chef cook it for me. The drinks, on the other hand, not so good, very watered down. The drinks at Moment Sports Bar were not great either, but they were not as bad as the drinks at Tempest. The food at the sports bar tasted like cafeteria food, clearly previously frozen and poor quality. I definitely do not recommend it. The best breakfast at Hyatt Zilara, in my opinion, was the breakfast that we had at Shutters. I mean, you can't be mad at the view here. The food was good too. We really enjoyed the fresh fruit plate, and the pancakes were divine. The biggest disappointment drink-wise had to be the poolside drinks. We spent most of our day at the pool, so I had a few of everything. I tried rum-based drinks, some with vodka, and also tequila. It didn't matter what it was made with, it all tasted the same, overly sweet and watered down. And this is coming from someone who doesn't like very strong drinks to begin with, and I'm saying it was watered down. The best poolside drink I had was a pina colada. Brando's wins the category for best food and drinks at Hyatt Zilara. I really enjoyed the drink menu that they had. The French 72 was a real standout. Mo, who isn't much of a seafood eater, couldn't get enough of the sea bass dish that he had. Brando's gets 5 stars from us. The One-Eyed Cat gets an honorable mention for drinks. They may not have tasted the greatest, but it was amazing to watch them be made. I mean, it was such a show. Speaking of shows, the few we did see were wonderful. I'm a big fan of live music, so any opportunity I get to experience it, I'm there. The resort also has many daytime activities such as aqua bikes and beach volleyball and etc., so there are plenty of options. We give this category a 7 out of 10, and that is mostly for the food and entertainment. There are so many food options here that you are bound to find something that you like, and the same goes for the entertainment. The beauty of this resort is that you can do as much or as little as you'd like, and you'll still have a good time. For full transparency, we booked directly with World of Hyatt and we paid on average $542 per night for 3 nights. This is a great deal considering that they charge anywhere from $600 to $1,600 a night, depending on the time of year of your stay. Overall, we enjoyed our stay at Hyatt Zilara. However, I would have been disappointed if I paid more than $600 per night here. In our opinion, the room, food, and drinks just do not match the price point, and we could not overlook the resort's shortcomings in these areas. There are so many other top quality all-inclusive resort options out there that pay more attention to these categories, adding more value to your stay and cost a lot less. Is Hyatt Zilara worth the hype and would we visit again? In short, yes it is, but only for the right price. The beach, pools, and amenities are really what stand out at this resort, and in all honesty, it deserves some recognition. I would without a doubt come back for a future stay. There were so many other things to do and see that we didn't get a chance to during this visit, including the water park and many other restaurants and bars on the Ziva side that we had access to. With that being said, I cannot recommend Hyatt Zilara for a true adults-only experience. There are just too many areas that are shared with the family resort, such as the theater, water park, and dinner buffet, since it is only offered on the family resort side. I'd love to come back and stay on the Ziva side with our entire family, including my nieces and nephews, because they appear to have a lot of activities for children on the Ziva side. If you have been to Hyatt Zilara, please let us know in the comments what your experience was like. I'd love to know. Be sure to subscribe to follow along on our many future adventures. We have a full travel schedule planned for 2025, and within the next several weeks, we will be going to another popular all-inclusive resort, Impression Moche by Secrets in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and I don't want you to miss it. Until next time.